First at 4:30 by bringing you up to speed this afternoon.
The cause of yesterday's devastating fire at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in North Phoenix is still being investigated. The nearby Emmanuel Presbyterian Church and Gateway Academy were also vandalized. Police have not officially linked those incidents. Officials said the fire appeared to be an electrical fire sparked by renovations at St. Joseph's.
Phoenix police identified the child who died after being found in a toilet yesterday as 11-month-old Savannah Smith. Police say the girl's 16-year-old half-sister was caring for her at the time. The teen found the infant face down in the toilet and called 911. The child was taken to Phoenix Children's Hospital where she died. Right now, no arrests have been made.
A 16-year-old boy died while hiking Picacho Peak last Saturday. The Pinal County Sheriff's Office says he was hiking the mountain with his Boy Scout troop. The Sheriff's Office says the group ran out of water at the top and the boy began to have issues. He died at the scene. He has not been identified.
Homeland Security agents rescued 20 people being held inside a stash house near 27th and Highland Avenues Wednesday. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says they got a call around 4 p.m. yesterday from Phoenix police about that home, and witnesses say 2 people were arrested. ICE could not comment on the immigration status, age, or gender of the people found in that home.
Mohave County deputies are looking for 2 men who allegedly broke into a business in Fort Mohave this morning. Surveillance video shows the men entering the back of a business on the 5500 block of Highway 95 and going through a cash register and a filing cabinet before breaking into a safe and stealing cash. If you know anything, you're asked to call the Mohave County Sheriff's Office.